This is Showtime Sean Porter.
This is Earl Smith Jr.
Hey everyone, this is Jesse Vargas.
And you're watching Tru School Sports.
You're watching Tru School Sports.
All right. And you're watching Tru School Sports.
Stay tuned.
Alright, so listen. I'm gonna teach y'all stupid motherfuckers a lesson for the people saying Tyson Fury was using his gloves illegally. I'm gonna teach y'all some boxing 101. Now listen, I've been boxing my whole entire life, right? So I've been wearing these gloves my whole entire life. There's absolutely no way that you could use a effective fist and an effective of the glove. It is absolutely impossible, you heard? So stop telling me that. I don't care what y'all seen on video. Your mind is playing tricks on you, you heard? There's no way to punch through the wrist part of the gloves. I don't care what y'all seen on video. You heard? There's absolutely no way you could make a fist and hit somebody with the knuckles through the wrist part. So what y'all trying to say? He used his knuckles through the wrist part? How, Sway? It's impossible. You cannot use the front of your knuckles through the wrist part of your gloves. Your hands don't turn that way. Just come to grips with reality. Deontay Wilder could not beat Tyson Fury. It don't matter how many times they fight. Deontay Wilder will not win. Just take my word for it, son. Wilder cannot beat Fury. Look, I know boxing like I know the back of my hand. I am the game and I am that damn good.
Motherfuckers ask me why I cap so hard for our motherfucking champion. Why I fucking had to drive home with a fucking tear in my eye about to drop. It was fucking that serious for me.
Then you have issues.
Because it was more than just a fight to me. It was more than just a goddamn fight. And Tyson Fury ain't racist, but he's guilty by association.
Guilty of what? Not being the same race as you?
The big, dumb, doofy gypsy. But over here, he's a 6'9" giant white man with a bald head. And that's the only thing they can identify with. That's why he gets celebrated. That's why Lomachenko gets celebrated. You know what the fuck all y'all other niggas gonna do? Don't fucking talk to me? If you ain't Bomb Squad, don't fucking talk to me. And don't tell me that it's just about boxing. It's not. Don't tell me. Yo, I'm telling you, I'm not arguing with no nigga that Harriet Tubman with a fucking shot. And there's a lot of motherfuckers out here, Harriet Tubman would have blown their eyeballs out the back of their motherfucking fitted cap. Don't fucking tell me it's just about boxing. Don't tell me you keeping it about boxing.
Who? Oh, what you want to talk about? Dillian White? Dillian White? Oh, well, Dillian White. Dillian White. Dillian White. Well, who the fuck gives a fuck about Dillian White? Damn sure ain't the Pope.
There was like a controversy people try to start online about his gloves.
That was bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, because it was bullshit because Nevada State Athletic Commission is the best in the world.
Yeah.
But the commissioners, the inspectors hold the gloves till it's time to put them on and time to work. So all that was a big myth.
Yeah.
Scratch it out of your memory.
They try and discredit him, right?
Yeah. It was stupid. I saw the video and the guy's talking about his glove is like this and he had his glove out, his hand out of the glove. Why would you have your hand out of the glove? It don't make no sense.
Yeah, I don't know how you get away with that. Like, they check the gloves.
I'm sure quarterbacks, bro. Yeah, that's all that was.
That's what it is.
Fancy things, my crib, my cars, my clothes, my jewels. Look, homie, I came up and I ain't changing. You should love it. Way more than you hate it. Oh, you mad? I thought that you'd be happy I made it.
Who?
Deontay Wilder.
He's not. What do you mean, heavyweight champion? 35 knockouts? No, he's not. No, he's not. How can you say that?
Because he got a steel rod running up his fucking arm. He's 6'7", and all it takes is for him to touch you. But he don't have nothing with him. He'll bump.
It doesn't make you stronger if you have a steel arm. It means you had a bad injury. No, it means that.
If I had a steel rod running through my shit.
But what is he? Steve Austin, the $6 million man? You think you put a rod in him and he knocks you out?
He corny, he a bum, dog.
No, he's the real deal.
He corny.
35.
One fight on his record. He got 2 good fights.
Great. How many championships did you win? You.
How many championships did I win? That's because I never had representation. But guess how many championships I got on the street?
How many?
Guess how many?
How many?
I got 10. I got 10 titles on the street, starting from 112 pounds all the way up to heavyweight. I break shit. Fuck you talking about?
Wilder is not a bum.
Wilder is a bum.
He's not a bum.
6'7", he should play basketball. He would have made more money playing ball. Now he ain't gonna get hurt. Once somebody put that shit on him and they keep the pressure and they break him off, that's it for Wilder.
Like who?
He gonna quit. He gonna quit.
Wilder's not a bum.
I never seen him. I like Wilder. Wilder a bum, dog. I never seen him fight.
Wilder's not a bum.
I'm gonna just say, I'm not gonna say he ain't a bum. I'm gonna just say he's a great athlete for a big motherfucker like that.
He ain't got the best skills, but he gonna beat a lot of people because he gonna beat a lot of people. He gonna beat a lot of people because they gonna get in the ring and be intimidated. Plus, that check won't be in the bank account a little early.
He's undefeated. How can you criticize him? He never lost.
I don't give a fuck. What did that mean? If I would have had all my fights handpicked, I'd be undefeated.
He's won bronze in the Olympics, which is very hard to do too.
Not at heavyweight. Not at heavyweight. Heavyweight is not even that much talent. How many heavyweights that got medals that we never heard of? Because they end up getting their ass whooped when they turn pro. Wilder, I give Wilder the credit. He fighting and he holding it down, but he don't have no crazy record where he knocked out a bunch of champions.
Yeah, he does. 35 win knockouts.
I'm not talking about numbers. How many of those guys was good fighters? How many of them?
Stavern.
He got 2 good wins. Stavern and the boy just beat Spilska. That's good. That's it. He a bum. He was the champ in India or some shit. He wasn't.
No, he did it against Klitschko. Whoop! He does it in his training. He flicks the jab. He flicks the jab. Is Tyson Fury the only boxer ever to flick his jab? Some of the greatest jabbers of all time flick their jab. Whoop! Look at Elie flicking his jab. Wait a minute. The greatest jabber of all time, Larry Holmes. Look at how he's flicking the jab. Man, they look like twins. Look at both of them. They look just like twins. They looking identical right here. Flick, 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 flicking the jab. Flick, 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 flicking the jab. I heard people saying that Tyson Fury, what he was doing, flicking the jab, was illegal. Boy, if you don't get your, look at this, man. You got to look at more boxing. Flick, 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 flick. Look at flicking the jab, just like the greatest jab of all time, Larry Holmes.
Most motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk boxing with the thousands of Tru School Sports subscribers. Now, this video right here is a video that many people have been waiting for because, you know, your boy BT, Tru School Sports, whether I want to talk about it or don't want to talk about it, I am a man of the people, and if you guys demand a video, if enough people demand a video, I will make the video. So, this is my video. These are my thoughts on Deontay Wilder and the Glovegate saga. I've had a chance to, you know, look at, and you know, I went ahead and even though I didn't want to do it, even though I didn't want to give him the view or the AdSense revenue, I went to Dante's Boxing Nation. I watched his videos. I watched them objectively. I used objective methodology, which is basically meaning that, you know, I didn't go into the video with a preconceived notion. I tried to go in with an open mind. So I watched Dante's Boxing Nation's videos that everybody's been talking about in my comment section. I went to Blue Blood Sports TV. I went to what I call the dark side of YouTube, the other side of the street, if you will, if you want to use a PVC top rank analogy. And I looked at the videos that people have been talking about with these guys, because this whole Glovegate thing has took on a life of its own. And just to be honest with you guys, like, look. If we look at everybody, and I mean everybody, every channel who has reported about this Glovegate saga, you know, it's it's been people who have an agenda. They're agenda-driven channels. So we talk about Tanday's Boxing Nation. We talk about Blue Blood Sports TV. We talk about Jay frickin' Farrell, who's not even a boxing channel, and he talks about African kings and ancestry and things along those lines. You know, you gotta look at how this started and you know how did this start? Let's pose a question. How did this start? How did we get here? Well, a channel. I don't remember the guy's name, but some channel out there. He dropped the video and he used footage from the first. So let's do this. This guy who dropped this video that went viral about Fury cheating in the gloves, he used footage from the first Wilder Fury fight to try to disprove the second Wilder Fury fight. So basically, he's saying that he's using footage from the first Wilder Fury fight where Fury didn't score any knockdowns, where Fury didn't really hurt Wilder, where Fury didn't drop Wilder, where Fury didn't stop Wilder, and he's using that to disprove the fight where Fury stopped Wilder. So that's like like how does that work? Like, explain to me how that works. Like, that's like your girl accusing you of cheating today because, you know, you were checking out another girl 2 weeks ago, waiting in line to get eggs at Costco. You know, it just doesn't add up. It just doesn't add up. So, you know, that's the basis of everything. Because look, I get where Dante's Box Nation and Jay Farrell and these guys coming from. They're saying, you know, where there's smoke, there's fire. So they're saying if there's shady things with Tyson Fury here, then why wouldn't there be shady things with Tyson Fury over here? I get what they're trying to say, but what they're trying to say isn't adding up, because your claim now, if your claim was that Tyson Fury has a shady past and there's examples that we could show you, then it's a different discussion. You might have a more valid points, but that's not the point you're trying to make. The point you're trying to make is that Tyson Fury cheated in the second Deontay Wilder fight, the rematch. So when you make a claim like that, when you make a declarative statement like that, we're going back to elementary school, we're going back to middle school. When you make a declarative statement like that, a definitive statement like that, it is up to you to provide evidence from said situation to prove your declarative definitive statement correct. And thus far, I have not seen Dante's Boxing Nation, Blue Blood Sports TV, or Jay Farrell use declarative, definitive information in any of their videos to prove that Tyson Fury cheated or that there was an issue with their gloves. Now, is this actually true? Is Glovegate actually true? Well, the harsh reality is, to the uneducated boxing fan who doesn't know any better, that can be manipulated and that subscribes to these guys, yes, this could very well be true, because they're not going to know. However, the fact of the matter is, because we don't go by feelings, we don't go by, you know, Dante's Boxing Nation pulling up fights from 6 years ago to say that Tyson Fury cheated in 2020, right? The fact of the matter is, there is no conclusive evidence from February 22nd, 2020 at the MGM Grand for the fight that took place between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder in the rematch that suggests that Tyson Fury cheated. Now, this is very irresponsible journalism by all these guys. These guys have big channels, you know, bigger than mine. I'll admit it's a fact, you know, because I'm not gonna, even though I'm gonna be factual. Dante's Boxing Nation is a YouTube boxing OG. He's been around for a while. You know, he's built, I'm not gonna lie to you, he's built a lot of his channel off of propaganda and race baiting. That's facts. You know, and I've met him before. We had a minor 10-15 minute conversation at the WBC convention in 2016 when I got done interviewing Evander Holyfield. He came and he said he complimented me on my interviewing skills, and I told him thank you, and we talked for a bit, and he went on a whole race baiting and ran about Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, and that was my only interaction with Dante's Boxing Nation. But aside from the race baiting, he doesn't seem like a bad guy. Like, I feel like if me and Dante met again, we would get along. And Blue Blood, I've never had the honor to meet Mr. Blue Blood Sports TV, but I'm sure if I met him, we'd get along. So there's no knock on these guys personally. I'm just calling out their channels for what they are in this instance, and that's the fact that they're irresponsible reporters. Let's start with Blue Blood Sports TV. Let's start off with Blue Blood, okay? We're going to go from the minor leagues and work our way up to the major league, okay? All right, let's start off with Blue Blood Sports TV. This man, Blue Blood Sports TV, I caught wind of a video he made on this channel where he was reporting about Tyson Fury supposedly failing a PED test. And it was talking about B samples and whatnot. And he even went on, even in his video, he said that, you know, he had credible sources, multiple sources, that stated that Tyson Fury failed a VADA drug test. So after I caught one of this video, I watched it for myself, and it's just blue blood with baseless conjecture, with no evidence. He's just reading a tweet. Now we'll get to the tweet in a second, but he jumped right on it. And you know, Blue Blood Sports TV, because you guys gotta look at these things contextually, and you gotta ask yourself, who are these guys? You know, what's the history with these fighters? And Blue Blood Sports TV has a reputation for being a Deontay Wilder fanboy. I mean, this is a guy who has been accused by promoters, like he's been accused by Eddie Hearn himself with being a Deontay Wilder fanboy, along with Ness from the Boxing Boys. These guys are two of the biggest Deontay Wilder fanboys on YouTube. So he made a whole 10-minute video or whatever it was about Tyson Fury failing a drug test. Now, we couldn't when that video came out, I looked all over the YouTube and Twitter and the internet in general, and I could not find one tweet, one report from a credible news outlet about Tyson Fury failing a drug test. Nothing from VADA, nothing from the WBC, nothing from any sort of promoters, nothing, no man, nothing. So what I came to discover as I dug deeper is that he didn't get this tweet from a credible source. This motherfucker this dude got the tweet from a parody tweet. Yes, a parody tweet. Now, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, big shout out to my boy Julius over at Ring IQ Boxing Talk, one of the best YouTube boxing channels out there in all the land. You know, very informative, very entertaining videos he makes, Julius. So go subscribe to him if you haven't done so already. Julius made a parody tweet. You know how you guys can make parody tweets, like for example, like people do with Donald Trump all the time. They'll take like Donald Trump's Twitter account, like the icon and the name and Twitter handle, and then they'll put like something funny, like a tweet that they would write. Well, he did that for Mauricio Suleiman, and basically the tweet said that it was like a Mauricio Suleiman fake Twitter account, but it had the check mark, and the fake tweet was Tyson Fury, you know, basically said that Tyson Fury has failed. Tyson Fury has tested positive. So it was like two sentences. It was like the first sentence said Tyson Fury has tested positive, and then at the bottom sentence it said for being an absolute fucking legend, right? So the Wilder fans, like Blue Blood Sports TV, he only read the first part, and he made a video based on the first part, but didn't read the second part. And then you got him on a video blatantly lying with no facts, saying, "I got multiple credible sources." Listen, homeboy, listen. Your uncle up the street at the barbershop is not a credible source, okay? You know, your friend down the street at the supermarket is not a credible source. You know, Lil Richard at the boxing gym is not a credible source, okay? So I don't know where he got off making this video, but he reported false information, as I just have made a video, because Mauricio Suleiman, the president of the WBC, just about 4 or 5 hours ago from the time of shooting this video, he just confirmed that Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder both passed their VADA drug test. So they're both clean. They're both clean in the rematch. So he winds up ultimately being proven a liar. He winds up ultimately being proven to not have his facts straight. And I think Blue Blood Sports, you know, along with Deontay as well, Deontay more than Blue Blood, but Blue Blood does owe Tyson Fury and the boxing world an apology for reporting false information. So we're just calling a spade a spade. It's no hatred on Blue Blood. I've never met Blue Blood for myself. I don't think he's got a horrible channel or anything like that. I've actually enjoyed quite a few of his interviews in the past myself. So I will say keep up the good work to Blue Blood Sports TV, but please, like, just be more responsible when you report on things. So that's just what it is. Now, moving on to Dante's Boxing Nation, because this is why I have a bone to pick with Dante's Boxing Nation. I have a really big bone to pick with him because, unlike Blue Blood, I've met Dante. I've been following him. I was following him for years before I met him, and I don't really follow him anymore. But I know what he's all about. He hasn't really changed much over the years. Dante's Boxing Nation, he made multiple videos about the glove gate, the supposed glove controversy, to propagate his racist views and rhetoric. Now, he used Tyson Fury having a problem with his glove in the Christian Hammer fight in 2014 to try and illustrate that Tyson Fury cheated in 2020, you know, against Deontay Wilder. And that's ass backwards, because it's like that. I'm gonna use the girl I'm gonna use the girl analogy again. That's like your girl. That's literally like your girl accusing you of cheating today because you were checking out another girl 2 weeks ago while you were waiting in line at Costco getting some eggs. You know, it just doesn't add up. Okay, so it's the same thing. You're so pissed off and you're so angry and you're so anxious to propagate your racist views and propaganda that your channel has been built upon over all these years, that you will literally reach all the way back to more than half a decade ago to a fight you probably didn't even watch to try to discredit Tyson Fury's win against Deontay Wilder. So it makes me sick. He then goes on in his video to project his own views and upon Tyson Fury fans, basically saying that any fans that are defending Tyson Fury, they only look at Fury versus Wilder as black versus white and not boxing. And then he goes on to compare people, I guess, turning a blind eye to the whole Glovegate thing. He compares it to black kids unarmed black kids in America getting gunned down by the police, and says that it's a real controversy to get addressed. So you guys gotta be very wary of all these guys and just who they are and what they're about, because you know, that's just ridiculous. You know, and I've had a chance. I really sat down and I really watched and absorbed a couple of videos Deontay put out there, because you know, before I come on here, I do my best to try to, you know, have my facts in order and talk from a place of insight and just education, you know. And sometimes there's been times in the past, back in my earlier days on YouTube, where I wasn't the most responsible and I wanted to rush to get things out, but we've gotten better with time, and we become more responsible as we mature and get better with this thing. Dante's Boxing Nation also put out a video where he was saying, and I didn't watch the whole thing, but he put out a video basically saying that George Groves confirmed that Tyson Fury didn't have his gloves on properly, because George Groves, you know, because George Groves came out recently and said that, yeah, Tyson Fury's glove wasn't all the way up in the up the way it should have been. But Dante's Boxing Nation, I didn't watch the whole video, so maybe he acknowledged it. So you can let me know if I'm wrong, Dante, if you see this video. But Dante's Boxing Nation made a video about it, and I'm gonna assume that he pretty much said this proves everything, that his own countryman is confirming it. But George Grove was saying, well, the referee should have checked it, and that, you know, that even if that was the case, like, you're not gonna, like, and you know what's funny? I get a lot of comments on YouTube because people who don't know me and just see me as some skinny kid sitting on my couch, like, you guys think I just sit on this couch, right? You guys think I sit on this couch, and you guys think I've never been in a boxing gym, I've never been in a boxing ring. You guys think I never put in a mouthpiece. You guys think I never knocked somebody down in the gym. You guys think I never punched somebody in the mouth. You guys think, like, you judge a book by its cover. And I get a lot of comments on my YouTube channel from people saying, well, you've never been in a boxing ring, so you don't know what you're talking about, which isn't true. But I don't argue with them, because I know my life. I don't need to prove anything to anybody. But all these allegations that Dante's Boxing Nation is taking and running with about, you know, Fury's wrist, you know, being at the middle of the glove, or knuckles being in the wrist part of the glove and hitting wild, and that's being effective. If you think, listen, Dante and anybody else out there that believes this conspiracy, you're proving yourselves as the ones who have never been in a boxing ring and have never taken any punishment, and have never punched another man in the face. Because, listen, you're not gonna damage somebody with your, especially if your hands are all the way taped up, all tight and stuff beneath the glove. You're not gonna damage nobody if your hand is in the middle of the glove in the wrist area and you're cuffing your punches like this. That doesn't work. Right? That doesn't work. You're not gonna really do maximum damage like that. So you Wilder fans really need to hike your damn skirts up. Hike your skirts up. Stop being little sissies about this fight, and just give Tyson Fury his credit. He put on a masterclass performance. And it's really a shame. It's really a shame that you got people like Dante's Boxing Nation trying to propagate racist views, their racist views and their racist agendas, because Deontay Wilder got his ass kicked and pillar to post. Listen, it doesn't matter if you're black, it doesn't matter if you're white, it doesn't matter if you're Hispanic, Oriental, Chinese, green, black, blue, purple. Listen, if we all, listen, if I take a knife and if I cut my arm and if I cut your arm, we both bleed the same red. We're all human beings at the end of the day. So I don't understand why people like Dante's Boxing Nation, and I'm not really going in on Blue Blood. Blue Blood, you're cool with me. But I don't understand why Dante's Boxing Nation has to constantly project his insecure racist views on everybody else. He did it to me. I met the guy in 2016 at the Diplomat Hotel in Hollywood, Florida. at the WBC convention. Right after I just got done interviewing Evander Holyfield. If you don't believe me, if you guys are subscribed to him, go ask him for yourself. We talked for about a good 5 to 10 minutes, maybe 15, and he started getting a little bit racist about Mayweather Pacquiao. He was talking about how Floyd doesn't get no credit and all this nonsensical bullshit. And it's no different now. That was back in 2016, and he's still continuing it in 2020. So for those of you who have been asking for this video, what do I think about the glove gate scenario? I think it's the biggest bullshit in the world. A lot of you guys are saying, well, we never seen Tyson, we never seen a glove this floppy before. We don't know how Fury's glove got this floppy. And my question to you would be is, do you guys watch any boxing? Do you watch older fights? Have you watched Larry Holmes fight? Have you watched a Muhammad Ali fight? You know, these are guys that used to flick their jab all the time, and their gloves look just like Tyson Fury's. So I guess the question I want to ask you guys out there is, are you guys really boxing fans? Are you really up on your boxing? Have you studied the history of the sport? Have you actually watched Muhammad Ali fight, or are you just one of the people? Are you just people out there that go to your local urban clothing store and you buy the Muhammad Ali t-shirt because it looks cool and you want to be with the in crowd in boxing? Because if you really study Muhammad Ali's fight career and his films and his fights, you would know that the way Tyson Fury was flicking that jab was very reminiscent of a Muhammad Ali, was very reminiscent of a Larry Holmes. But if you're out here openly criticizing his gloves, then you're just proving yourselves to not know shit about boxing. That's the reality of the matter. So my final closing statements in regards to what I think about Glovegate is basically that it's nothing more than one of the many handful of excuses that channels like Dante's Box Nation are using to propagate racist views and their insecurities, to divide boxing fans, and to discredit Tyson Fury of a great performance, an all-time great performance against, you know, a guy that before this fight, I'm sure people like Dante and his fans were calling Deontay Wilder the hardest heavyweight puncher who ever lived. So, and to be fair, he still is one of the hardest heavyweight punchers who ever lived. I'm not taking that from him. He's still a great, an all-time great puncher. But like my video said in 2019, Deontay Wilder is an all-time great puncher who still can't beat Tyson Fury. And that was the case in the first fight. It was definitely the case in the second fight. And it'll be the same case if they fight a third time on July 18th. So that's my message to Dante's Box Nation. But he's not the only one that's going to get it in this video.
That's why I'm not going to talk. He can talk all his sponsorship, Twitter, all that. That ain't going to help you on April 20th, all right? You can talk all that you want. The only reason this dude is winning fights is because he's big. Shrink him down to 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", he's garbage. Flat out. The only reason. One thing I can say about the Klitschko brothers, because I've been in a camp with Vladimir, they're big, but they work hard, they're talented, they're skillful. If they were normal size, they'd still be champion. This dude right here is just winning fights because he's big. He's big. He leans on guys. He gets them tired. I don't get tired. I get better. You understand?
Not only am I
you gonna
big,
catch this, homie.
I'm tall, dark, handsome, cool, calm, collective, super sexy. This guy has got no chance at all, yeah? Let's talk about talent, size, whatever you want to be. I'm the best fighter on the planet, including all weights, because there's not a man born from his mother can beat Tyson Fury. I don't care if he's 7 foot or 3 foot tall. Listen, Steve Cunningham's in big trouble. Come April 20th, this guy's getting knocked spark out. Guaranteed, 100%. I hope him and his trainer believe in magic, because he's going to need a lot of magic to beat Tyson Fury. Steve Cunningham, the whole of Philadelphia behind him, and every man in it couldn't beat me together. Never mind him on his own. There's not a man 200 pounds on the planet can beat me. Never mind you. And I ain't coming here to play games and talk nonsense. I'm here to fight. And I hope you're here to fight too. You talk a good game. I'm from Philly. I'm a tough guy, gangster. But let's have it real, yeah? I'm a fighting man. Fighting's in my veins, blood, background, everything. From every man in my breed, seed and generation can fight. Let's go back in yours and see if yours can. I doubt it. Maybe you're a one-off, right? But listen, you're not a heavyweight for one, and I am. You are in trouble. And I mean business, and I'm going to hurt you seriously come April 20th. I hope you understand that. I hope your trainer understands that. I hope your wife understands that. I hope everybody understands it. Because I mean business.
Mr. Fury.
I didn't come to the USA to play around and play tip-tap boxing. I came here to do demolition jobs on cruiserweights.
I heard you, Mr. Fury. Yeah.
gravy train to get squashed or anything like that.
Hold on.
Unfortunately, shit
Right
happens.
Can I stop you there? What gravy train? I'm not. I never was on a. Even as a two-time champ, I was never on a gravy train.
It's a good question.
Well, nonetheless, you know what I mean in a way.
Oh no, you said gravy train. I need to
talking about your ass.
Well, you're coming from all the heights of success. You're a two-time former champion and everything. You're trying to springboard into the heavyweight division and make noise, and you got caught and making excuses, more or less, is how I feel about it.
Oh my
You know, I mean, this is the way I look at it. You know, big men have fought like this since time immemorial, pushing, leaning, and all this stuff. And here you get pushed with a forearm, and you get caught with a left hook, and then you're saying that the man used an illegal elbow. George Foreman used this. Primo Carnera used this. Jeff Willard used this.
George Foreman or Primo Carnera. This is Steve Cunningham talking about his fight Saturday afternoon with Tyson Fury. Now, answer
the
this
last
question.
time you was on this show, you were talking about using all these big heavyweight sparring partners and everything, and that the height advantage wouldn't be negated or anything like that. That the man wasn't as big as you said he was. You were like, oh, well, he don't look 6'9", he's only 6'6". And then immediately after you lose, you say, oh, the man's a giant. You can't have it both ways.
Oh my God.
First off,
I'm going to ask everybody on the show.
What is this? Is this a show or is this some damn fan blog or whatever? What is this? Because I'm not there. Who is this guy to question me about anything I've said or done in my life? Who is he? What has he done? What does he? What the hell does he do? Does he just watch boxing? Because he doesn't have a damn right to ask me or question me about who I am or what I've done about anything in this sport. You know what I'm saying? So who the hell is he to question me about anything? When's his last fight? When's his last knockout? When's his last motherfucking time he worked out? I don't need to hear that shit right there. Really, 100%. I don't need to hear that shit from no fucking fan that sits on his ass, pops beers, and farts all damn day while he pointing at athletes who really out here doing something. I don't need to hear that shit right now. Now, fuck him and his bullshit-ass excuses. If it's not in the fucking rules, Tyson Fury performed illegal maneuvers to knock me out. He held me with a forearm. He pushed me in the corner twice, which is illegal, and then he pushed me with my forearm, lifted my head up, cocked my head to the left, and threw a right hook. Not a left hook, dickhead, a right hook.
Steve,
that. I'm not gonna have some fucking Joe Blow sit here and tell me what's right or what's wrong. Fuck him.
It's all right. He don't know shit. He got knocked out by Kelly on low.
Fix my motherfucking ashy ass balls. Fuck him. And y'all call me at the wrong time. I'm fucking pissed. I already told you I'm frustrated, and I'm pissed at this whole business. And you gonna put me on the phone with some fucking idiot? Come on, man.
I'm with you, man. I mean, I thought that was some bullshit, and Rufus, man, your head's up your fucking ass, dude. You know, Primo Carnera, really? Yeah. I mean, it was a forearm. He was bullying a guy. He's 6'9". This guy,
nobody twisted his arm to take on the big boys, now did they?
Well, no one twisted your arm to get knocked the fuck out by Jelly on Love either, but you did.
All right, so we've went in on Deontay's Boxing Nation. We've exposed him. We've given our thoughts on Glovegate. We know it's utter BS. We know it's another excuse for Deontay Wilder fans and racist boxing fans with an agenda to basically discredit Tyson Fury or what is a great performance. But listen, we're all humans. We all bleed the same. We all bleed the same right at the end of the day, and we don't need to use race to divide each other. That's what this world wants. They want to use race to divide each other. But listen, I'm Brendan Taylor. I'm from South Florida. I'm Puerto Rican, Dominican, and Cuban. I was born in this country. I love this country, and I love everybody. And I got friends from all races and backgrounds. So there's no reason to propagate racist narratives and viewpoints. Now, this right here, I want to really tear into this guy because I'm very disappointed in him. I really am. I really am. Because this guy is a fighter. This guy was a fighter and a damn good one when he was fighting. This guy was an ex-cruiserweight champion. This guy was always in tough, entertaining fights. This guy gave boxing fans so many great nights, and I respect him highly, and I appreciate him highly for those nights. You know, he was the first man to, or he was the man to give Tyson Fury arguably his toughest fight. I would even go as far as to say that he gave Tyson Fury a tougher fight than Deontay Wilder did on both occasions. And that man is Steve USS Cunningham, the former cruiserweight champion of the world. Now, as many of us know, Steve Cunningham fought Tyson Fury. He shared the ring with him, and he's never been, he's never really given Tyson Fury credit before or after his fight with him. And he's always been a Tyson Fury hater. And this is no different. This is no different. You know, Steve Cunningham has not gotten better with time, and he's another one who is basically just joining in the bandwagon and trying to discredit him, talking about gloves. And you know what? Like, I'm not gonna ever question his knowledge of the sport as far as inside the ring, because listen, this guy was a world champion. He fought Tyson Fury. There's nothing I can tell him about being in that squared circle that he doesn't know already. So I'm never gonna question that. But what I will question is your knowledge on his knowledge on the history of the sport, because there's no way this man's watched Muhammad Ali Larry Holmes fight and he's gonna talk about Tyson Fury's gloves being floppy. No way about it. So to get into what Steve Cunningham said, because many of you guys may not even know what the hell I'm talking about, Steve Cunningham made a post on Facebook recently, and we used to be Facebook friends, but he deleted me years ago. For what reason, I don't know. I probably said something bad about a fighter that he didn't like, because, you know, I'm pretty blunt, and sometimes I rub people the wrong way. But Steve Cunningham said about Tyson Fury's performance, he said, I quote, "I'm going to keep it all the way real. Unless Fury's wrist is dislocated, there's no way in the world his knuckle should be going this far back. And when you see it in real time, it literally looks like the glove is blowing in the wind with each movement. Can someone who fights or fought before explain this? Because in my 20 years of pro boxing or training, this has never happened to me. Somebody explain." So it's funny he says that, because when Fury fought him, Fury was doing the same shit. He was flicking his jab out the same way he did against everybody else. So that just lets me know that Tyson Fury knocked him so senseless on the night that he just can't even remember it. So I'm sorry that happened to you, Steve. But this is the length that people like Dante's Boxing Nation and also Steve Cunningham will go to discredit Tyson Fury. They can't accept that a guy who looks like he does, I'm not gonna talk about race, but I'm saying they won't accept that a guy who looks like he does is just a great fighter, and that maybe he's the best heavyweight of our era. Maybe it's a possibility. No, they gotta discredit him. They can't say, you know what, he was a better man of the night, and you know we're gonna come back better. No. They gotta discredit him. They gotta pull out fight films from 6 years ago to try to discredit him, and it's a shame. And Steve Cunningham, you know, Dante's Boxing Nation, I expect Dante to be propagating racist views and you know, going with the whole glove situation, because, you know, Dante's Boxing Nation, I mean, I can't speak on him now because I don't know what he looks like now, but I know from when I used to watch him, look at the state of him. He's about as round as Grimace, okay? The dude doesn't look like he's ever been in a boxing ring, and if he has been in quite some time, judging by the state of him now. Hopefully he's gotten his health right and he's lost some weight. But listen, you were a fighter and a world championship fighter, and you're feeding into this bullshit? I mean, listen, I follow Steve Cunningham all over Facebook for a couple of years. You know, when we were friends on Facebook, and you know, I had a chance to meet Steve Cunningham in 2016. You know, when you meet him in person, he's actually a nice guy. He's actually somebody that is a joy to talk to. So I'm not trying to come from a place of hate. I'm not trying to come from a place where I'm slighting the guy. I'm just coming from a place of disappointment, and I'm calling him out. Why in the hell are you discrediting Tyson Fury? He's a great fighter. You shared the ring with him. If anything, you should be hyping him up. You should be hyping him up, saying, "Wow, this guy just beat the hell out of Deontay Wilder, and Wilder made Wilder look that bad. Look what I did to him when I fought him. Look how well I performed against him as a cruiserweight." You know, you should be propping him up as much as possible so that your performance and your account against him looks better, so that people can hold you in high regard. But no, you want to discredit Tyson Fury, and you want to bring him down because you can't accept the fact that he might just be the best heavyweight in the world. Because before you fought him, and I've watched that press conference a million times over the years, backwards and forwards. Before you fought him, you were talking about, well, the only reason this guy is good is because he's big. Shrink him down to size and he's garbage, okay? Then after the fight, you complained about forearms and elbows and all these things. Well, you know what, Steve? There's a great saying. If you can't take the heat, stay out the fucking kitchen. Straight up, Steve. If you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen, all right? Tyson Fury folded you the fuck up, all right? He beat you from pillar to post just as bad as he beat Deontay Wilder from pillar to post, and you can't accept it, and you want to discredit him all these years later. And I'm trying not to be disrespectful, but it's pissing me off that someone who I hold in such high regard, because I do hold you in high regard, Steve. You fought everybody. You were a true fighter. You know, you fought the likes of Tyson Fury. You fought, you know, Krzysztof Glowacki. You're not somebody who I could sit here and talk shit about as far as their career. You had a good career. You took on all comers. You were a true testament to the sport, and we thank you. I also want to thank you as someone who served in, I believe it was the Navy, right? The Navy. You know, you served this country. So all I can do is respect you, Steve. All I can do is respect you as far as what you did for the country, serving the country, and what you did in the boxing ring. I can't say nothing bad about you, but I gotta call this out for what it is. It's bullshit, and you should be ashamed of yourself. You really should, Steve. I mean, you're really sending a bad message out there to the fans because people value what you say. You know, some people in certain parts of the world might even take what you say as gospel. You got influence over some people in the boxing world because your opinion holds weight. You were a former world champion, so you gotta be more responsible. You know, if you can't, like, and I'm gonna end the video like this. This goes to Steve Cunningham. I don't care if you won a cruiserweight title. I don't care if you boxed this many rounds and I never had a professional fight, because I know how, you know, a lot of you fighters are. A lot of you fighters think that just because somebody didn't box for a world title that they can't talk about boxing. That, you know, if somebody's only sparred a couple hundred rounds or been in the gym, then they can't be qualified to talk about boxing, which is not true. If you've put on a pair of gloves in any way, shape, or form, if you've sparred hundreds of rounds in the gym, if you've been punched in the mouth and bled, made somebody else bleed, if you've been knocked down, knocked someone else down, if you've actually sparred a fighter who's turned pro, which I have, then you can talk about boxing. You can talk about boxing in an insightful and intelligent manner. So I know how you do, Steve. I put the clip in the beginning of the video. I know you're gonna sit here and say, "Who are you to question my credentials? What's your record?" and all this bullshit. Listen, it doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is, Wilder got folded the fuck up. You got folded the fuck up, and you guys are now trying to discredit Tyson Fury. So my closing statement is this: if you can't provide any evidence from February 22nd, 2020, all right, then everything else is bullshit. It doesn't matter if Tyson Fury was thumbing or had his thumb disattached from his glove against Christian Hammer. It doesn't matter if you think his wrist was, his knuckles were in the wrist part of the first Fury Wilder fight. It doesn't matter because your claims aren't that he cheated in the first fight, and your claims aren't that you know, he cheated in the Christian Hammer fight. Your claims, that what you're trying to prove, the declarative statement that you're trying to prove, defend, and back up is that he cheated in the rematch, and you guys have yet to provide any evidence that supports such statements. And last but not least, this is what I'll end on. You know, and this goes to Steve Cunningham. Listen, bro, you're not slick. All right, you're not slick. When you fought that guy Ross, I forgot his name. I'm gonna pull it up right now though, because I want to make sure I get this guy's name right. You fought a guy named Ross in 2010. I can't remember his name right now. Where is it? Hold on. I want to end the video on this note because I really want to make sure that this gets addressed because here we go. You fought Troy Ross in October of 2010. And many of you guys who don't follow Steve Cunningham's career might not know about this fight, but you fought Troy Ross in 2010. And that was a fight where you blatantly and deliberately thumbed this dude in the eye. You thumbed this dude in the eye to no return. You blatantly cheated in that fight. And I don't see you talking about that. You know, there was a video, and Steve, I'm hip to what goes on YouTube. I've been on YouTube for quite some time, so I noticed everything. Steve, there was a video that came out here in 2017. A guy by the name of Precise Presenter put up the video, or Precise Puncher. I don't know what his channel was, but you guys know who I'm talking about. Precise Presenter, Precise Puncher. He put up a video in 2017, around March of 2017, exposing Steve Cunningham for the cheater that he was in the Troy Ross fight. You know, he had his thumb disattached from the glove. But unlike Tyson Fury in the Christian Hammer fight, you know, the referee didn't check his gloves. The referee didn't correct his gloves. No. He got the chance to thumb Troy Ross to death. Okay, thumb him to death, and it opened up a bad cut on his eye. And Steve Cunningham actually wound up getting a stoppage in the 5th round of that fight. And you got a cheap title. You got a cheap title defense. Oh no, you won your cruiserweight title in cheap fashion from Troy Ross vacantly, and that was a controversial fight. So for all you Wilder fans who are talking about Tyson Fury cheating, and you're using, and Deontay too, Deontay's boxing station, you're using the Christian Hammer fight, you know, where the referee made him fix his gloves, and he didn't get the opportunity to thumb Christian Hammer in the eye. Okay. I didn't hear you guys reporting on Steve Cunningham cheating against Troy Ross, thumbing him to death. All right, and Steve Cunningham, you're talking about Fury. You were talking about Fury cheating and giving you elbows. Well, you know what? Karma's a bitch. Karma's a motherfucker, bro. You were thumbing Troy Ross to death in the eye to win the cruiserweight belt, and it caught up to you. It caught up with you later on in your career. So, you know, I'm just saying. The Bible says. Listen, I don't know what you believe. I don't know what you believe, Steve, because I know you're part of that whole Black Hebrew Israelite thing. So I'm gonna assume you read the Bible, but you know in the Bible it says you reap as you sow. So you cheated against Troy Ross in 2010. You thumbed the guy to death, and you won your IBF cruiserweight title in a very dishonorable fashion, and you paid for it later on when Tyson Fury folded you the fuck up. So all respect to Steve Cunningham. I'm just being blunt with you, bro. I respect you. I respect you as a fighter, but what you're doing right now, as far as Fury and the glove thing, it's absolutely disgraceful, and I will not stand for it. So, that's my. For those of you who've been asking me and badgering me about about this whole glove gate situation, that's my thoughts on it. My raw and honest thoughts. And if Steve Cunningham, if you get this video, because I'm sure it will go on Facebook, I'm gonna share it on all the Facebook groups. If somebody gets you this video, and if you have a problem with what I'm saying, you can feel free to message me. We can talk as men. If you have a problem with what I'm saying, you can come on Tru School Sports. We can talk as men. I have no problems with that. I respect you as a fighter. I'm making that very clear. I respect you as a fighter. I respect you as a person who served this country. So you put your money where your mouth is. But we call the facts for what it is. You're talking about Tyson Fury's gloves and Tyson Fury cheating when you cheated against Troy Ross and you thumped him to death. So that's just a fact. So you guys let me know what you think in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me. But I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT. We're at the Davy Powell, and you're watching Tru School Sports.